With your teeth trapped your smile? Dentist Steve Marsh is here to declare your independence from dental downfall so you can be free to smile.
Hi, Lori.
With this 4th of July, couple of days here we've got going on. One of the enemies our mouth has is decay. So what weapons do we have in this war against decay?
Well, before we even get to the weapons, what's really important is what we're fighting. And your last guest talked about healthy eating. Well, one of the things that happens with both kids and seniors today is unhealthy eating. We always talk about sugars. And what happens is in our mouths, we always have bacteria. When we have something with sugar, the sugar and the bacteria come together. The bacteria produces an acid, and the acid is what causes tooth decay.
Okay.
So we have to eliminate things like carbohydrates. Well, I brought with me today a Pepsi that has 70 grams of sugar, not so great.
Boy.
Gatorade. I don't mean to pick on Gatorade, but it has 35 grams. So a lot of people take it for energy and that sort of thing. And kids do it when they're playing ball today, women or men. And then the last thing is water. So we talked about hydration. Well, most of the bottled waters that people drink also don't have fluoride. So those are the enemies. And even a little crunch bar like this thing, it's an energy bar, it works well, but it's high in sugar. So our weapons today, we have things like Prevident, which is a very strong fluoride toothpaste. It's by prescription with your dentist, called Prevident 5000. And of course, brushing and flossing and that sort of thing. So we need to work on prevention. That's what your first guest talked about, prevention in terms of medical. Same thing happens in dentistry.
Okay, and then hopefully you've prevented some, but what if some decay has happened?
So the important thing is to see your dentist regularly. Why? Because we can catch issues before they happen. Everything, again, is prevention. And so if you come regularly, we catch problems. We have things like the Explorer to find decay. We now have a Diagnodent, which is a laser way of checking for decay. And lastly, it's important when you see your dentist, when the dentist is cleaning out the decay, we now have a dye that we can paint on the tooth, wash it off, and it lets us know whether we've gotten all the decay out, which is absolutely essential.
Absolutely. So you have some examples now here of folks who have faced decay, but now their faces are lighting up just like the fireworks last night. So why don't you tell us about some of these?
Okay, so this is a wonderful story. This is a woman who had been away from the dentist for 10 or 15 years. Lori, today she had some financial difficulties, and so she came to us and talked, how can we do this and accomplish it? So rather than do a big makeover, if you will, though it looks big, we'll focus on the lower teeth. On the lower teeth, I said, Sharon, I think we can just reshape those. And that gave her a great look on the bottom. On the upper, we took out the decay that we talked about, and we put in 4 crowns and did some gum contouring. She said it was life-changing for her. She was more confident. She was recently divorced, and so she went out and she felt better. Well, it's summertime, and this woman was a teacher, local teacher, and came to me, and her teeth had actually moved from periodontal and gum disease. Additionally, she had some decay. We talk a lot about saving teeth on this show. In this case, those teeth were unsupported. We had to get them out, and we made her a partial. Looks wonderful. She later went on to some implants, but at least immediately she got this beautiful result. Lori, today people have other problems. This is a patient who had some emotional problems, had been a teacher, and by the way, this is a good time for teachers to get their teeth worked on this summer. Those upper teeth had so much decay. Her sister was very supportive, brought her in. That's actually an upper denture, and today we can make them look natural and beautiful. You'd have trouble knowing whether that was veneer or that. And this is the same woman. She had worn her teeth out. And on the lower, we were able to save all those teeth with porcelain veneers and crowns. And again, I have to tell you, her whole face lights up when you see her, and made a huge difference. So, the first thing is to be preventive with decay. Once it happens, go to the dentist, you explain what your issues are, there's a person behind it, and then how can we correct it.
Excellent information. It's your smile, take it back. Then celebrate your teeth's transformation by showing off your shining smile. My thanks to Steve for sharing his revolutionary insights today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com.